Alright, so this video I'm gonna do a little bit of a breakdown on the new Wyckoff schematic that I actually learned how to utilize in the market. And you can see yesterday in yesterday's trade we actually caught the Wyckoff schematic live. And so with this one we actually have about 3 positions on this one area. So if we go here, so this is just a little bit of a breakdown on like pretty much why we even look at this area for buys. So in this area, this higher time frame area, we can see that price is reacting off of this huge wick here, and this is all a supply zone. So what had happened was once price actually came and tapped into this area of supply, we can see that we cleared liquidity to the left as well. And on top of that, we do have a buildup and a big push to the downside, breaking the lows, changing that overall direction. So now we can expect a big sell-off on GJ, and I'm expecting GJ to drop to these levels. Even lower, we could see GJ have a big swing. So there's a lot of Asian session lows at these levels that haven't been cleared yet. So if we're looking at this in any sort of way, there's a high probable chance that we could get down to these levels. But I want to say that for now, I want to go over this little buy. So yes, we did change that overall direction. We shifted direction. We could see in the 15-minute we had a big push down imbalance, break and close below these lows, changing character. So now what happened was this area tapped into this indecisive candle, and now what we do is we expect a pullback. So there's 3 phases in the market. We have consolidation, expansion, retracement, and then reversal. So with those 3 phases in the market, consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal, we know now that we can catch the retracement. So how can we catch the retracement? So let's go ahead and take a look. Once price tapped into the hourly supply zone, as we can see, we marked out here, this is where the hourly supply zone is actually at. We can see there. Once price climbed and tapped into this area, you can see that in the 1 minute we had a spring in, clearing liquidity to the downside, pushing up, making some imbalance, breaking this high. And so we just tap into this demand here. We tap into this demand zone. You can see this area here. We tapped into it. This would be the demand zone if we were to mark it out, this whole area, right? So that would be our demand zone. So we could expect, and I believe in maybe like the 3 minute or such, there's an actual like indecisive candle. But yeah, so we could take it there, enter off of this same level, stop at the low, and then let this thing go up. So now that we see a full break and closure of this level here, breaking the structure, we can take another buy. There's an indecisive candle here. We could have taken a buy off of this same indecisive candle level, right? Press that buy button here, stop at this low, and let it run. Boom. It respects that level, and then we continue up. So once we keep breaking structure, we're just looking for the next points of supply. So here you can see that price had a big break and close above, changing that overall structure still to the upside. We retrace back down, and we want to find our last point of supply. And we can find a good point of supply by marking out our high and low and getting our discounted price. So you can see that our discounted price got tapped in here perfectly, as you can see, between that 70.5 and 79 level. That was that uh, indecisive candle perfectly. Now that we're in a new range, we're messing with a whole new range. Now we have this whole area of imbalance. So we can see that anything at this level is just liquidity, and at these levels it's actually a discounted price that would be very valid for a buy up from there. So if we were taking it from here, we have this order block, and we also have this range here. So I would take it from the whole discounted level and just stop at the low, just like so that it is. So then we continue to buy up from here, from this market. And what I think is going to happen is I think that price will reach these highs. The reason why my take profit is at that level is because simply I do believe that market will sell off here at this level of um, imbalance filled and order blocks taken. So we can see that there's a new point here, so we can see potentially a buy from here as well. So that could be another order added onto our already 3 orders, so you can have multiple positions opened on this one trade. Now, looking at the market here, we can see that our order block here is sitting right, and this is a supply zone, so it's sitting right in between 79 and 70.5 level perfectly. That would be considered our premium price of entry. So once price actually taps into these levels, my overall take profit is actually going to be filling in some of this imbalance to the downside. I do personally believe we can get down here to these levels. We have that shift in market now at the high. And what happens when we have shift in market structure is it just follows by a big down pull. But I do like the ideas of this demand area being filled. So catching a 1 to 30 trade is very possible. So like I said here, you can see market is coming back up. Coming back down for this same level here. We could potentially add another order. So we would put our stop at this low and then continue up. And if it doesn't reach this level, it'll just continue higher anyways. So we'll just let price run. We'll let price run at these levels, see what it wants to do, and see if it'll allow another order to be added. We'd want to see it respect this indecisive level. So we're getting that push down now. Okay, and we can see it's coming down. and it is a valid point of supply here, but we can see Asia session is just ramping up now, just following that market structure. So we can expect buys at this level here. So now just watching what price wants to do at these levels. We did get that break. So just following basic market structure that I've learned from one of my mentors. Um, break, and then continue up. So we did get that uh, break for Asia. So now it may go up from here, but that's completely okay. So might have missed second re-entry, or sorry, fourth re-entry here at this level. And see here in the 5, following market structure here, break, and then following market structure into this line here, taking it higher. So we should get that push down actually, if we're following market structure. So yeah, potentially seeing a big push up from here, from these levels. We're messing with a new range, so this order block is nice at this level. This order block is nice. I like this level of entry. So let's see what market gives us. London is here, and I mean Asia is here. And another thing is with the Asian session, if it's built below our POI, that is more confirmation that the draw on liquidity is for the downside. So we should be able to get that bigger push down to clear out the Asian lows. The thing about Asia session is we have the highs of Asia, and we have the lows of Asia. Okay. So what happens is both of these are liquidity. They're both a draw on liquidity. As you can see here, the lows were swept and the highs were swept. Always, always, always happens like that. That's why I'm saying we have a lot of liquidity built up below our range. We have Asia session here. These Asia session lows and highs were swept already. This Asia low hasn't been tapped into. This range has been swept. This low hasn't been tapped into. We have inefficiencies. Um, I've been saying GJ's gonna have a drop soon. So yeah, I think we're getting ready. So let's just continue following that structural breaking these lows. This up thrust into it, imbalance, supply zone made. So let's continue following this. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to go over mainly. Remember, we have that consolidation phase, expansion, retracement. Those are the three phases in the market that you really need. Reversal. The expansion needs to break lows and change direction overall. So as you can see here, these lows were actually swept, which is very good to see, confirming our bias. That sell side was cleared out, changing that direction. So if we can get this push down into this level, we should see a push up from here. Hmm. All right. So I don't trade Asia, but you know what? You can still potentially use the drawn liquidity for Asia. So usually what happens with Asia is it'll consolidate. This buy position is still very valid. Like, don't get me wrong. This hold this buy. I would hold this buy if I was in it before prior to Asia. But the only thing is I like using the Asian session as liquidity. So yes, you can catch moves during Asia, but when it comes to the sell off in this range, when it comes to the sell off, it's like, okay, we want to see that this is going to actually, completely sell off. So using the 15-minute, we can see that order block there. That is our entry model. So if Asia consolidates underneath this level for the whole of Asia, which it more than likely will, and then London, we get that initial push up thrust into our zone to mitigate this order block, we will see Asia lows get cleared out, see this liquidity get cleared out, and we will see this completely dump. So yeah. All right. So I think what's gonna happen is we'll just continue market structure down since we did have that break here. You can see, um, and then the break there. So we should continue the market structure to the downside, and then initially we are building up a lot of liquidity to the upside, a lot of buy side. So we should tap into a level and then clean that out. But I will go live again during London session so we can go over the trade on the sell and see really what happens. So yeah, I'll keep it updated 100%. So yeah, let's get going. I like it, and hopefully during London we can see some big sell off.